This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
Right now at noon, chaos and unrest at St. Louis City Hall. It's all centered around a homeless encampment. As of right now, the mayor's office is delaying efforts to evict them. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. Hours ago, city leaders told us they'd start breaking down the encampment and offering resources to the people living there. But that hasn't happened yet. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay has been there all morning long. Mercedes, it was a very chaotic scene overnight. What's it been like this morning?
Kay, early this morning, things were pretty calm when we were out here between the 4 and 6 a.m. hour. But as soon as the sun came up around 8 a.m., things started to really tense up here. Now, I've spent all morning long speaking to these people living at this encampment. They told me what the city is doing to them is a disgrace, and they just want to be treated like the people that they are. Now, city leaders did tell us that this morning, workers from the Department of Human Services would be out here telling people where they can go for shelter, but that hasn't happened yet. Take a look at this video on your screen. This is from earlier this morning, where tensions were getting high at the encampment. Some individuals living here even getting into a fight. A few police were out here all morning long, but for the most part, it was calm. That wasn't the case overnight, though. Here's video from the scene around 11 p.m. when police were telling people they had 45 minutes to leave or they would be arrested. Now, that was before the mayor's office decided to postpone the move out. Then, around 1:30, Alderman Rasheen Aldridge said the mayor's office would let people stay there for now, and officials were working to find them shelter. Homeless advocate Larry Rice was out here until 2 in the morning and back today to give the people living here water and food. He says the past 24 hours have been an emotional roller coaster.
This is an admission of failure on the part of the Jones administration. They know they can't find places for these people. They know they can't find jobs. They know they can't find apartments. So what they do, they want to wipe out their legal protest, just snuff them out like you stepping on a bug. And all they're doing is hitting like a bubble of water and dispersing it all over.
The city says over the past few weeks that police have been called to this area 50 different times. Workers are being harassed walking into City Hall, and drug paraphernalia has been found on the lawn. Now, Kay, the irony in all of this is that hours before this all took place yesterday, the Board of Aldermen released new plans of how they were going to add more beds to homeless shelters across the St. Louis area. This morning, just a couple of hours ago, we've seen the Urban League and St. Patrick's Center out here giving people food and providing them with resources. We'll be covering this story all day long here at City Hall. Live in downtown St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Mercedes. Earlier this year, the city cleared encampments on Laclede's Landing near the riverfront and downtown under Interstate 44 along Gratiot Street. According to Continuum of Care, about 1,200 people are homeless every night in the city of St. Louis. Continuum of Care is comprised of people and organizations working to end homelessness. We will continue to follow this developing story all day long. Stay up to date with the 5 on Your Side app. It's free to download in your app store. Developing today, investigators looking for the cause of a fire that damaged several businesses in Granite City. It started overnight in a building at 25th and Washington Avenue. A firefighter is okay after suffering a minor medical issue while battling the fire, and the fire chief tells us a nearby apartment building was evacuated until that fire was brought under control. New information at noon, Metro Transit is recovering from a cyber attack. The attack affected the company's call-a-ride scheduling software. It had been unavailable all morning long, but just a few minutes ago, Metro announced the reservation system is starting to come back up and the service will resume at 12:30. The St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office touting its latest hire. Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore just announced that retired Missouri Supreme Court Justice George Draper is joining his administration. Draper worked in the office from 1984 through 1994 before being appointed the first black associate judge in St. Louis County. He served in the state's highest court from 2011 until retiring last month. Happening today, ripple effects continue from the auto workers' strike. U.S. Steel idled part of its plant in Granite City after UAW members walked off the job in Wentzville in September. Now U.S. Steel says it needs to lay off hundreds of union workers. 5 on Your Side's Alex Fees has details of meetings of those workers.
Employee meetings are scheduled today at 3 different times in order to accommodate workers' schedules. Those meetings are an opportunity for union leadership to review with their membership just what resources they have available to them now in light of the layoffs, and also to go over with them just exactly what happens next. Now, the layoffs began yesterday and union officials are expecting more this month. 5 on Your Side is told 300 workers are impacted. Yesterday, 5 on Your Side talked to the president of United Steelworkers Local 1899. We're told 262 primary workers were temporarily laid off yesterday. They work in the blast furnace side of the plant. 2 weeks ago, U.S. Steel idled Furnace B at the Granite City Works plant. Now the company faults the UAW strike, saying as a result there's been a decrease in a demand for steel. Local merchants say they too feel the effects of the layoff. While the union president calls it a knee-jerk reaction, they're doing everything they can to empower these employees by helping them anticipate what happens next. And we are told these layoffs at U.S. Steel could last less than 6 months. In Granite City, Alex Fees, 5 on Your Side.
The strike is also leading to layoffs at Ford. The automaker says 330 workers have been told not to report to work at 2 facilities, one in Chicago, the other in Lima, Ohio. Ford says it needs to slow production of parts in the wake of escalated walkouts by the UAW. This is the 17th day of a targeted strike by the United Auto Workers. Negotiations between the union and the 3 U.S. automakers continue.
And turning our attention to the weather, boy, it is still hot. 86 degrees right now in St. Louis, so very sunny. And the cold fronts, 2 of them are not arriving. One late tomorrow night and into early Thursday, and then another one late Thursday into early Friday. And then we'll get that really chilly weekend that I'll talk about coming up in Maine weather. Right now from downtown St. Louis to downtown St. Charles and Main Street there looking good and sunny. Cuba, Missouri, you notice the clouds are starting to move in, and Highland is still very sunny there in Illinois. So most of the clouds are in western Missouri right now, and there's no rain associated with those clouds. And look at this temperature, 86 degrees already at noon, 40% on that humidity. So we are going for a high of 90. A south wind helping to bring those temperatures up, south wind at about 11 miles an hour. So today's forecast, lots of sunshine, but clouds increasing later today, and highs in the mid to upper 80s, close to 90 around St. Louis. Much more on the rain chances coming up, Kay.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. Donald Trump back in court defending his businesses. But will he take the stand before the trial is over? And how doctors are working around a shortage of an antibiotic commonly prescribed to kids. And we hope you'll join us for our next Race, Listen, Learn, Live special, Fighting Anti-Semitism. It airs this Thursday at 7 p.m. and it's sponsored by the St. Louis Kaplan-Feldman Holocaust Museum. A Holocaust survivor shares her story, and you'll hear about the local efforts to fight anti-Semitism. Plus, Mike Bush moderates a panel discussion. It's Thursday here on 5 on Your Side. You can also stream it on the 5 Plus app on Roku and Fire TV.